Hey everyone, so this is just going to be a get ready with me video, a talk through, chit chat, catch up, whatever you want to call it. So you can see my pretty much everyday face routine and makeup routine in general, because I've been getting I guess on the last couple of videos I've kind of worn like a similar eye look, and I've been getting like a lot of questions on what I was wearing, a tutorial on that, and it wasn't like anything special at all, so I didn't feel the need to do a tutorial. But since a lot of you have been wondering, I decided I would just go ahead and film the get ready so you can see what it is. So don't mind my hair in this towel, it's still like pretty damp and I didn't want it laying on me. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and get started. And I also wanted to use a bunch of the new products that I recently have like hauled or showed in favorites videos, so you guys can see how they work for me and how I use them. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So we'll go ahead and get started. And you'll have to excuse my skin right now. It is going ham and cheese and doing whatever it wants. So I have like a million new dark spots from friends that wanted to visit me during the Christmas holidays. But I'll show you how I conceal them and do a very, I guess, like light, natural but full coverage face routine. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is start out with L'Oreal True Match. This is W4.5, which is fresh beige, and I normally do wear W7, which is caramel beige. And this, you would think being 4.5 is like way too light, but it's more yellow based. So I tend to have more yellow based undertones. I may look a little more red clay color on camera, but looking in the mirror I'm definitely more yellow. But I can make this work. And I'm just using the e.l.f. powder brush. Sometimes I will stipple it on my face beforehand, but I didn't feel like doing that. Okay, so that is like one thin layer of the True Match, and it pretty much evened out my skin tone, and I think it's an okay match. I can definitely make it work, but it evened out my skin tone and then would cover any like mild imperfections that I have. I'll still go back and like spot conceal, and I'm just going to use the Balm's Time Balm concealer. This is in medium dark, so it's like a cream concealer, and I'm going to use this under my eyes and to spot conceal, because for every day I pretty much don't want a super brightening under eye. And I think this conceals pretty well. It's a tad drying, so if you have a super dry under eye area, you might not want to use it, or you want to make sure that you use like a really thick eye cream. And then I'm just going to use it on any blemishes that I have that the True Match didn't cover up the first time. And there are a ton! Woo! I'm working on it. I am working on it. I don't know what it is. No matter if I touch a pimple or do not touch it, like if I pop it or don't touch it at all, it'll still leave a dark spot when it goes away, which is super frustrating. I am using some new products that I recently got to see how they work for me, and if they do work really well, I will definitely let you guys know. I know I probably need to do an updated skincare routine, but my skin was so much better in that video, and now it's just like it won't do anything at all that I want it to do. And I haven't really found any like miraculous products, so I haven't done one. And I know in the last skincare routine I was using the acne Peel like dietary supplements to control like hormonal acne, and I haven't been using them recently. I wanted to see if I was wondering if it was just a placebo effect, and I was wondering if what was really working was the like excessive amounts of water that I was drinking. So I didn't repurchase them, and I was trying to just drink more water, which I really haven't been doing. So of course my skin like reverted back and came back with like a vengeance. But I mean, I do really like those. I think they did, you know, help balance out hormones. But I was also trying to try some like just regular vitamins that you could get at the drugstore that were in those pills to see if it would do the same thing. Yeah. So now I'm just going to set the under eye concealer. This is Sonia Kashuk's Brightening Eye Powder, which is like a white translucent powder. I don't really know if I swatch it if it has any brightening effects, but I do like it for under my eyes because I find that it helps it to not crease as much, since I have a lot of fine lines under there. And I'm using this Sephora, let's see, this is the 57 Airbrush concealer brush, and I really like this for setting under eye concealer. And I know Sephora brushes are very expensive, but they are a huge investment. The few that I've had for like 5 or 6 years, never shed, and I don't have any issues with them at all. They still dry to their normal consistency, texture, and they still work amazingly. So I do think they're like a great investment. Okay, to set my face, what was I gonna use? I was gonna use this, like sometimes I've been using the MAC Studio Fix powder if I want like more coverage, but today it's not really that serious. So I'm just going to use the e.l.f. HD powder, which I actually have been liking a lot. I just tap a little into the cap here and then swirl my brush in it and mainly pat down my T-zone and then lightly over the rest of my face. But I just do that one little bit. And this is the Real Techniques powder brush that I showed in a recent favorites video. Okay, so face is done. I generally do my face isn't done, my foundation is done. Generally I do like the rest of my face routine next. So I am going to contour with the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. I'm using this Tarte brush that came in a kit I showed recently. This is a matte bronzer and it's cool tone, so I think that's really nice to use in the cooler months, no pun intended. So I just put it on the brush, and then I'm going to I can suck in my cheeks, pull it to the side, whatever. Pop that there, and then bring it up in the hairline, temple, forehead area, and then down on my chin. That looks so much more harsh in the viewfinder than it does in this mirror. This is a nice bronzer contour if you're of a lighter complexion, or you get really pale in the summer. I mean, in the winter and the fall. I don't know how much it would work if I had a deeper skin tone. But I do like that it's cool, so when I'm, you know, paler, it doesn't pull really red or orange. And I can blend that out with my powder brush. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to use the NYX or NYX Peach blush, which is a light peach color. I know it looks pink in the pan, and it looks really, really light when I swatch it, like right here. You can see that, but I wanted to apply it on my face so you can see how it warms up to my complexion. And I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. So you can see now that it definitely looks more peach, coral orange-ish now. It's a lot warmer than it looks in the pan. So, come on, focus. Okay. So that's that. And then since that's a matte blush, just for a little bit of shimmer, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild for Fergie Center Stage Collection to reflect shimmer palette. Anyway, this is the color Rose Golden Goddess, which basically it's like a huge shimmery highlight blush bronzer depending on your skin tone. And I'm going to take this crown fan brush and then sweep it across the product and then lightly dust this across the tops of my cheeks to give me like a little bit of shine. I don't want to put it too high because it is like pigmented, so I don't want like orange right under my eye here. But, and then I'll just blend everything out together. Oh, almost dropped that. All right, so face is completely done now.